EVO 2018 is upon us, the world stage of fighting game tournaments. It packs the most hype and memorable moments in MGC history. In Dragon Ball FighterZ, New Zealand will put its faith in the hands of a very young, kind-hearted, but talented player. Welcome to the Super Salt Shaker Podcast. Drax. Get ready for the next podcast. Well, hello there. How's everyone doing? Good morning, afternoon, whatever hell the time is. I am here with New Zealand's hope, Toash, for EVO 2018. So tell us, man, how are you feeling right now?
Feeling pretty good. You know, I've been training a lot. Training with Agitation specifically was probably the second hope going in, or probably even a greater hope if we consider his skills in just kind of Dragon Ball and Tekken 7 as well. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Because if you were to make a scale of, in terms of who's on top, there'd be you, there'd be Blackout, and there's definitely players like Wazza and that. With your Arcade Reborn win, how did you feel when you won that EVO ticket? Did you think about the ticket, or were you just thinking about the trophy, the competition at the time?
Yeah, it was kind of weird because, like, at that time, you know how Garden of Might was, like, literally 3 or 4 days before it. So that was my whole focus was on winning GOM. And it kind of actually played out. It was just really crazy. So when LPL came around, it was weird because it was like playing the same tournament just for a second time, because it was like the same type of people, but we were just going into it without having any time to really practice or to reflect on what had happened. So when I was playing the tournament, honestly, I thought I'd be more nervous, but I kind of wasn't. And especially when Wazza beat Ajit in losers finals.
Great upset.
Yeah, that was a huge upset. Especially because, I'm not sure if I mentioned this in the other interview, because Ajit kind of already had flight sorted. It was like whoever faced him in grand finals was gonna already get those flights. So then when I had to play Wazza, it was like, alright, I really have to turn it on. I
feel like if he'd said that in the competition, I feel like that would have had some effect.
Yeah.
Not on your play, but the mindset, because you already know he's going.
Yeah.
So the loss isn't as great to him.
Yeah.
But obviously, players like you wanted it so bad. I think you went in being the top favourite.
Yeah, I think I did because of winning GOM, and then also just from the Auckland qualifier, I didn't lose I did lose a set there, but I think the way I won was pretty convincing. So I think I did go in the favourite. I mean, obviously that's kind of changed now. I think now Ajit's definitely the clear number one here.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's won the last 2 majors.
Yeah, that's true. But then in saying that, he's not the one going to EVO. Like, that's where you get to prove your worth, man.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, I feel like...
Well, not going to EVO to participate.
For that, yeah.
Like, it's good that he's going to, like, I guess, coach you and be that support. What's the relationship between you and him? Well,
no, I'm pretty sure he's going to play... So, Ajit's been training a lot, too. So, he's definitely going to play hard as well. I think we're kind of just more like training partners now. Just because, he's not very laggy, and we kind of get to try out a lot of different stuff like that. So we kind of just talk game knowledge and situations. But I definitely do need to play other people too, because just playing versus Ajit's, obviously Dragon Ball's a pretty aggressive game. He plays a bit of a different style.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, you look at players like Zazov, who don't in Tekken 7, and he doesn't really like to play casual. It's just like what you said, getting that experience and playing other players. Do you feel like it's gotten to that point now where, like, you both can read each other?
Yeah, so there's a little bit. So there's always these mind games going on, but definitely. So the one main thing of Dragon Ball is because the training mode is so bad. Is that to practice a lot of situations, you kind of just need to play. So playing games is pretty much your training mode.
So more like the situation,
stuff and
it has to be unfavorable. That way you learn about it and then
yes, because there's just so many situations which can just go like terribly wrong, then you just need to learn pretty much all of them and learn how to react in those situations. So yeah, we just kind of play and just try out different stuff. I should hop on ranks more too, but yeah.
Oh, so you don't play rank as much?
No, yeah. So in the first month of the game, maybe I played about 100 games, and now I haven't really played for like months.
Is it the blackout mindset? You just don't want to.
That's just laggy.
Laggy?
It's laggy.
Well,
it takes too long to find games.
How's the lag compared to like the other games that you've played?
Yeah. So after Tekken Online as well, when it came out, I thought Tekken Netcode was actually pretty good on ranked. Dragon Ball, yeah, it's not that great. But playing versus Jid, it's not too bad. Playing versus people from NZ is okay. Just on rank, sometimes you get people on like Wi-Fi, stuff like that.
Yeah. Have you encouraged Ajith Blackout to go through the online hurdles? Or he just stays away from online.
Yeah. I think he's tried it out a little bit, but I'm like, obviously it's like just harder to find matches. It's a lot easier to just ask someone to play, and then you just get to play them.
Yeah. Also, it's better to do manual matchmaking rather than just go on the servers.
Yeah, because I think if you play rank, you know, because you're there to win in some way, you kind of try a few more like gimmicks, stuff like that.
So but you're not a gimmicky type of player. You kind of play very fundamental.
Yeah, I guess I would say that just with the characters that I like to play. But, you know, just in rank, there's a lot of dumb stuff which you can do and it just kind of works out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it's the same way in like Tekken, Street Fighter, stuff like that. You just like use one kind of big gamble.
Yeah.
And then you can just win the match, and then, you know, you just quit, and then you go on to the next guy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if I may say so, because, like, if it wasn't for Dragon Ball FighterZ being out, I don't think, like, quite a few of us in the NZFGC would have seen you. Like, we've seen you, but like it really brought you out, and it was just like, damn, who's this kid? You know?
Yeah.
Like, young Wiz. Like, it's how long have you been in the Smash community? Like.
Yeah. So 2014 is about when I started. So actually, Melee didn't really have much of a scene before 2014. So there was kind of like a huge lull. So 2014, that was when I started uni, started playing, you know, on and on until about 2017. I swapped to anime games, kind of. And then, yeah, so I played like Guilty Gear, Nat, stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely Dragon Ball, just kind of, it's like really, really huge.
Were you grateful for the Arcade Reborn tour? Do you think they should do another season?
Yeah, so I'm incredibly grateful for everything that they've done. You know, it was actually run really, really well. I think because there was no like online qualifiers. It was just all playing locals.
That was my one pet peeve about the Tekken 7 one last year, is that there were equal amount of online than offline. But it's like, yeah, you're right, because it was just straight to the point. Whoever shows up earns a spot.
Yeah, and I think that they did learn a lot from the thing last year, because there were a lot of criticisms there. And then we even had a few criticisms during the offline qualifiers, and they had fixed pretty much all of that for the actual national tournament. So I really do commend them, and it's actually really crazy. Like, still now, I can't really believe them going to EVA.
So besides us in the NZFGC that know, and your close friends, do your family kind of know this opportunity that you have laid before you?
Yeah, so my friends know as well, but yeah, my family knows too, and they slowly get it now. It's like my mom, she's like watched a few games, she like recommends characters to pick.
Because I mean, we've seen people go to EVO from New Zealand, but you, like, I feel like you can actually go out there and make an impact. You know, like you can actually do some work over there.
Yeah. So I think BAM was pretty good too, just for getting kind of more recognition across the scene. Obviously, this is kind of the best time to get into Dragon Ball, just because everyone's eyes are kind of on it.
They say it's still relatively new, like, you know, new stuff's still being discovered.
And it's a really exciting game to watch. I guess there are some complaints about the gameplay, but just from a pure spectator view, so like if someone knows nothing about, you know, any sort of fighting game, when they watch Dragon Ball, they just kind of like see all of the cool effects going on.
Yeah. Well, then, what would you say are the complaints? Like, do you have any personal issues with it? Yeah.
So the number one complaint is that like defense is extremely weak. So you know you can't really do anything once you start blocking. So pretty much once they have you blocking, you just have to take their
offense.
Yeah, you have to take their stupid offense, their 50-50 mix-ups, all of that, and then you get hit. knocked down into like the same situation. It's just like a really stressful game to play, and sometimes watching Cell make someone block for like 20 seconds, it might not be fun for someone who kind of understands it, but just from a spectator view, it just looks pretty. So
well, they call him the battery, right? Like that's the best way to describe it. He just like
Cells, yeah,
builds everything up.
Yeah, he's perfect.
He really is perfect. Well, obviously, when you're in America with Blackout, Ajit, tell me one thing that you need to do while you're in America.
Yeah, so for me the main thing is just to play casuals. So even at tournaments here, like I really don't end up playing as many casuals as I would really hope to.
Well, it's that Zarzov, like I said, the Zarzov mentality. He just doesn't like playing casuals. He just wants to play and it's serious, like it means,
Yeah. So for me, I'm kind of bad at learning that way. For me, I think playing is the best way to understand something. And just being an American, being able to play like really, really good players is probably going to be the best part. And I'm not there for too long. Ajit's going to be there for like 2-3 weeks, so he'll get a lot more chances to. So I really just want to use the best opportunities to play good players.
Well, you did mention in the previous interview, how insane it would be to play a high-profile player on stream, and the fact that over here you only get like a small number watching live, that when you go over to America it's just thousands of people, and then that's when the gossip starts. It's like, oh, this adult Gohan too good, oh, Toash, we love you, Toash. I mean, that must be buzzing in your mind, the fact that could potentially happen to you.
Yeah, I think for me it's more about like just being nervous on stream and not want to like drop combo and stuff like that. So even playing on stream at BAM was like pretty nerve-wracking, playing inside the giant cage.
Yeah, that looked awesome though, man.
Yeah. So that was cool. Normally I feel like I don't have too many nerves when playing, but sometimes I let players get into my head. So it's something that Sketch has the real like his kind of aura that he kind of emanates. So it's like he really makes you play to his pace, and that's what kind of got me.
So how would you define your psychology in terms of when you're playing someone? Are you quite a manipulator? You want to force them into certain situations, or do you like letting them hang themselves and then you just throw out something wild?
Yeah, so I think in tournament I abuse a lot of cheat stuff which might not work in casuals that much, but sometimes like there's a lot of tactics which when someone's playing nervous, they might not be able to punish some kind of specific move, some sort of strategy. So I think like maybe subconsciously I'm like abusing a lot of tournament stuff. Generally though, I think I just play a pretty normal game in tournament. Like my combos are fine, setups just go for the regular stuff.
Yeah, like you don't really, from what I've seen, you don't drop combos as such. You might make a misread, but we all do that, Like I don't think you drop big, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think also because I'm pretty good at knowing how to adapt to playing in tournaments. So knowing how to kind of change my combos to make sure that they won't drop. So I have a lot of routes which are just a lot safer. So they might do like 500, 200 less damage. Yeah. But like I know that those combos will like always hit and they'll always lead to the same sort of knockdown situation.
Okay. Well, I've already asked this question to Yohozi, our previous guest.
Yep.
I just want to talk about the DLC characters and, in your opinion, what you're expecting to see at EVO. Like the Brolys and the Bardoks and just like, are you ready for those?
Yeah, so Bardock, I definitely need to prepare more. So Bardock's probably top 3 character. Definitely the best DLC character that's come out by far. Bardock is like insanely good. I'm probably gonna pick him up after EVO.
Just not time to do it now.
Yeah, because I'd have to change up my entire team.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I think we might see a few Vegetos. He's a pretty popular character. Broly, not sure. He's actually a bit better than people give him credit, but you kind of need to have a specific team for him as well.
Yeah, because he's like can you describe what Broly's like? Because he's like a tank, he's just like someone called him a juggernaut. Like, he just takes so much and he can keep coming at you.
It's very interesting because in this game everyone has the same life. So even though Broly looks huge, like he has the same health points as someone as like, you know, Gotenks. And his damage is actually quite low. So his medium moves, they scale like a light move. So generally if you land like a crouching medium on someone, so that's like your number one starter in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Broly's, they do like no damage, and it's combo route, so pretty limited without assists. So he's kind of like he's like an all or nothing point character. So you really need some assists to kind of bring out his full potential.
So for someone to bring him out of Evo, like,
yeah,
they need to know this shit.
Yeah, and it's kind of funny because I think Goku is probably his best partner.
Goku is.
Yeah, which goes against
and they're rivals. Like,
goes against everything in the lore. But yeah, I think Goku's like probably one of his best partners. So yeah.
Have they just announced somewhere? I might have seen it. They were going to do like base Vegeta.
They have base
Goku.
Yeah. So they're probably going to show those trailers at Evo. I would hazard a guess at that.
Well, excluding those two, is there a guest trailer that you would want to see of someone?
So actually, I think these characters, they've kind of all been leaked. So we've known about these characters. So the next ones coming are actually Android 17 and Cooler.
Cooler, yeah.
So that's Frieza's brother.
My man, no, I quite like Cooler.
Yeah.
Android 17, yeah, people just, obviously because of the assist, people want him. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's a Tournament of Power version. They're going to have that one. And for me personally, I probably want to see like Super Boo.
Oh yeah, the one in between, right?
Yeah, I want to
the
see
tall
Super
guy.
Boo.
Yeah.
Or maybe I like Gogeta as well. And I like to see Kid Goku as well. So I kind of like the cool protagonist type characters.
So you mean like Dragon Ball Kid Goku?
Dragon Ball Kid Goku, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Could have the Nimbus, the Power Pole.
The staff, yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah, I like Gogeta a lot. He's really cool.
Have you tried Vegito as much?
Yeah, so I'm planning on maybe playing him after EVA. I think he's actually pretty good. He's kind of like a grappler, even like his mix-up is really, really weird. But he just builds like insane amount of meter. He's like one of the best batteries for sure.
He can be a battery.
Yep.
Wow, that's so whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's blue as well because you know all the blue characters have just not been on point. But well, okay, that's cool. Okay. Well, you've mentioned these players in the previous interview. I was just wondering if you could give me the 3-player breakdown in terms of what you think of them, what makes them unique, and you know, obviously how you think you'll do against them.
Yeah, sure.
I'm talking about Nakio, Hook Gang God, and of course, the legendary Goichi.
Yeah. So Nakio, actually, the reason why I've been playing the team which I've been playing since pretty much the start. So he was kind of the biggest name in the closed beta. So you probably remember Nakio versus Tatsunoko. It was kind of the two best players from the closed beta, and their momentum really carried over. So Nakio was extremely popular during the start of the game, and he pretty much played Kid Buu, Gohan, Goku, and I just copied that team, and I really
that was your team at GOM as well.
Yeah, and I just really like how he plays. He's got a lot of tech, plays pretty aggressive, and he knows how to like abuse stuff off the game. So he was kind of one of the first guys to really use the Gohan DP assist really, really, really well. He had a lot of Gohan tech, so now he doesn't play that team. He plays team best 3 characters in the game. So that would be Cell, Bardock, Kid Buu, and that's actually a really hard team to play because you have no neutral assists. But that's a really, really good team if you can get it right. So Nakio's trying to make that team mesh. If I play him, I'd probably get overwhelmed by his offense. That's probably how I would see it going.
If he's playing those 3 characters, and
I think he will be. Yeah. And those characters, they struggle in neutral versus like really, really good players. But obviously, my neutral isn't up to par with like people like Sonic Fox, stuff like that.
Oh man, yeah. That's what I mean. Like it's in New Zealand, you've only got maybe a handful of people that are at that skill level, but over there you're going to come across at least 50 blackouts in the first hour. Like that's just insane.
They just have the sheer amount of good players there is just like crazy.
They learn by playing each other, man. Yeah,
of course. So Hook Gang God, he's pretty hot topic now. Won the Summit of Power.
He did really well on that actually.
And Hook is extremely good. Like I really enjoy watching him play.
Actually, prior to Summit of Power, he was going a lot to I was seeing his name a lot at Wednesday night fights and just in any general
just the
Dragon Ball
locals, yeah,
mention,
the locals, yeah. He was really putting in the work. He would go to like a local pretty much every week. He would win pretty much every single one too. Hook, yeah, he plays extremely well. He just has probably one of the most well-rounded games in the entire. He just has an extremely good game plan in general. He has a new team, Cell, Piccolo, Vegeta, and that team there's not much lockdown, but his neutral and his mind games are just extremely good that he can make that team work. So he has extremely good Piccolo. He's got great Cell now, and his Vegeta is like probably top 2 in the world, I think.
Top 2.
Yeah, I think it's only Goichi who might have the better Vegeta.
Yeah. Goichi. God, yeah. Iconic, man. He is the Tokido bloody Dragon Ball Fighters, eh?
Yeah.
Well, in a sense, like, people just mention him and it's just like, oh, dude, like, get in line.
Yeah. So, Goichi, I actually want to see him win the whole thing. Cause,
you want to see him win it?
Yeah, he's never won an EVA for, like, a main game.
Main game,
I've been a fan of Goichi for quite some time, ever since I got into Melty Blood. So, Melty Blood, that's the game Goichi is most famous for being the Lord at. He is the Lord of Melty Blood, the latest version. Pretty much can't be touched. So he was in EVA for the first year of Street Fighter V. I think that was 2016. He made top 8, got like 5th. So I was rooting for him there. But for this year, he's definitely like one of the favorites going in for Dragon Ball. And even though he hasn't won a big tournament in quite a while, he lost Combo Breaker to Sonic Fox. He lost Summon the Power to, that was Hook Gang God and Sonic Fox. And he lost at CEO to, of course, Kazunoko.
Yeah.
So Goichi's actually, even though he's kind of like the most well-known player at kind of this point,
he just hasn't
won.
He hasn't hit that. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, but yeah, he's probably the best game plan in the whole, in just the whole cast of fighters. So
you're saying that for Evo this year, like this is his year, like he should take it, and if not, people are gonna riot.
I think this is probably Goichi's best chance to like win an Evo. Obviously, just the amount of good players is crazy. Like I think anyone out of Sonic Fox, Fenrich, Goichi, Dogura, Kazunoko could win.
And you're gonna be amongst these dudes, man. Like that's just like that's why I want to do this interview with you, because that's just insane, man.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Do you feel the pressure representing New Zealand on your shoulders at all?
This is like a little bit, especially because I'm going off of kind of LPL's dime. I don't want to let them down, and I'll be going under another banner as well, which you guys will probably hear about by the time this interview's come out.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, for me it's definitely pretty crazy because we've had a lot of NZ people go.
But this is the first time where like we could be sending someone. Like, you're gonna make ripples. Like, I think a lot of people they're wanting the best, man, and they think that you can, do your bit.
Well, I think even for like Street Fighter and for Marvel, like, I feel like we've had really, really good players go. So players who I think are probably better than me, like, especially just a lot better than me. I suppose, like, Mason. So
yeah.
Mason's gone over for Marvel, and I think he didn't make it out of pools there, which is just insane.
It's a shame that he's kind of pulled away from it because when he was in his prime. Like Marvel, no one could touch him.
This is insane that that could happen. So for me, I'm still pretty, I'm not gonna really expect too much. I'm just gonna try to play my best and see what happens. The thing about Dragon Ball is that it has the most amount of entrants, but there's also going to be the most amount of casual players or kind of lesser skilled players. Whereas with Marvel, I think everyone entering at that point was probably good.
Like they were at that level.
They were actually a really good player.
Yeah.
So for Dragon Ball, it just depends on your luck in the pool.
And that's actually a good point you mentioned because this is Evo. This isn't like some run-of-the-mill tourney over here. Like
Evo's like a convention.
Your I guess your mental prep as well, just like lasting a whole day. But then you've done BAM, but also like this is Evo. Like how do you imagine going through like a full day of just pools?
Yeah.
Just to at least get out of there alive.
It'll be pretty crazy because your pools can start at like 8 a.m. there, I think. Evo pools, because they have to fit 5,000 people playing in like 3 days, or pretty much just 2 because the last day is specifically for just the final top 8s.
Yeah. So
they pretty much have to clear out a bunch of games in 1 or 2 days. So I'll just see how my schedule is. I've dropped out of pretty much every other game, so I was entering Blaze Blue and Guilty Gear. But
Yeah,
I
you
dropped
did
out
say
of
that.
those.
Yeah, you got to focus solely
I dropped
on this.
out of those. Yeah, I'll be playing Multi Blood. That's about it. So for Dragon Ball, I'm just gonna focus on that.
I mean, over here we do like top 16, sometimes top 32, but you know they have like top 72 or 76 or whatever.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you could even get as far as that, man, that's that's pretty awesome.
If I make it out of first round pools, I'll be pretty stoked, honestly.
Yeah, man.
Because I mean, you'd have to beat at least like one decent player.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't. That's the thing. This is Evo. There's no way you can get that far beating nobodies. Like you would have had to have like taken it to someone.
Yeah. So for me, Evo is definitely one of the stepping stones towards because you know how the Dragon Ball World Tour, there's a stop in Australia towards the end of the year.
You want to go over there?
So yeah, that's really going to be something which I want to do well at.
So bounce off the Evo, and then hopefully.
Yeah, I'm just going to try learn from this trip a lot. You know, and most of it I'm just going to have fun. So I've loved watching Evo. It's like one of the top things I look forward to every single year.
Yeah.
And actually watching the top 8 here is going to be sick because I like every game in the Sunday finals. You know, I like SFIII, watching it at least.
Yeah, I even
Tekken,
like watching games that I don't play. Yeah, I love watching Street Fighter.
I like Tekken, of course, Melee, BB, Guilty Gear, Dragon Ball. That's like a great lineup for me.
Well, since you're from the Smash side, who do you see taking out Smash? Like, are you putting your money on anyone?
I think it's gonna be Hungry Box or Armada.
Armada, classic, yeah.
Melee's kind of stale at this point, but for me, I'm a fan of Armada and of Manga. But H-Box, not a lot of people like him.
No, they don't know.
Yeah. But for me, I'd like to see Armada or Mango take it.
Mango, okay.
That would be their third EVA, respectively. So yeah. Yeah,
no, sweet, dude, sweet. So like when you're over there, it's funny because I feel like a lot of players over here, they'll be just kind of chill, like, oh, you know, Toash is over there. But then when they see you on stream, they're just going to get really hyped because it's like, yeah, do it for New Zealand, bro. We need to do it.
Crazy.
Do you feel like you'll have the support of? Obviously, you have the support, but can you imagine like Banks, Dempsey, Waza, or just like anyone that's going to show you, anyone showing you some love that you wish could be there for you?
I just hope that most of the people would watch. So I'm not even sure if we'll end up being on stream just because there's heaps of people.
Yeah.
It would be cool though for either me or for Agit to be on stream. So yeah, I just hope that people tune in. So even like when we watch our kind of like other players play overseas, I feel like there's a lot of support there. So when Thomas played in Korea, that was last year.
Yeah.
That was somewhere else.
Oh yeah, he played.
He
played in the IASF tournament, and I think at the time when he was playing, there was a Burger King tournament in Remuera, and as soon as that finished, we conned the staff to put it on that, and basically half the people stayed to watch it. I feel like I would want that to be the same when you're up there.
Yeah, and the kind of same thing happened at BAM when we. So there was a lot of support at BAM as well. So that was for Jamie in SF mainly because he got like ninth there. That was for Red in Smash 4 because he made top 64 there, and for me in Dragon Ball. So it was really cool to see everyone tuning in.
And actually, quick shout out to Red Murph because was it him that was? He had a picture with Lifford, was it?
I was with Armada.
It was Armada. Yeah, I was like thinking Armada. That was. I'm sure
that was Armada.
Yeah.
And actually, they had some drinks afterwards, and they had a really, really good time. So it's cool,
That's sweet, man.
So he's a man of the people.
He is. Yeah. I forget. It's Liffin, which is the one who's a bit the villain, the one that gets banned from the forums and shit. Yeah, no, that's. Have you ever met Armada, Liffin? Have you seen any of those dudes?
Well, I saw Armada at BAM, but I didn't really talk to him much.
Yeah,
but it was just cool.
Well, it's because I never saw you on stream, man. Like, because those who were still here watching it at MegaWeb, we were flicking through matches and stuff, and obviously I was thinking, oh yeah, I see Jamie, I see Neil, I can see like Ed people's corner T-shirt and stuff, but I didn't see you there. It was so low key.
It was actually kind of weird because I'm pretty sure I played every single game on stream.
But no one saw it.
So even my pool matches, like my first match, I played versus S04Ep02. So he's like a top anime player, but he just didn't get seeded. So he lives in America. So that was actually really, really tough. And I think all of my next matches, I played them all on stream, but it wasn't on the main Couch Warrior stream. I don't mean to
sound disrespectful, but Armada, when I saw the picture with him and Red Murph, he kind of looks dirty, like the glasses and the big thicky beard, but he wore his iconic green sponsor shirt.
Yeah, I think he was pretty tired. I think he had some issues with his luggage and stuff like that. He was coming from like somewhere else. He was coming from like a tournament in America, so he hadn't been home for quite a while.
Yeah,
I'm not sure, but yeah, Armada's a really cool guy. So I don't know, it's probably just busy.
And I mean, it's players like him and Australian players too. They're able to go and travel and get so much vast tournament experience. Do you feel like with this opportunity, this could be the start of something?
I'm not sure actually, because it's kind of hard for me to play a lot now. I've got a job now. Kind of got to keep up with real life stuff too, and there's just a lot of games that I want to play. So I feel like BAM and LPL was kind of a good start for me. It's kind of already led to a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have expected coming up. So I guess I'll just say it here because it'll probably be out before then, but I'll be playing for Masterminds for pretty much the rest of this year.
Congratulations, dude. That's awesome.
So I've been kind of doing a lot of content there and just playing in general. So as far as what's happened so far, I couldn't really ask for more.
Yeah.
So for EVO, I'm just hoping to learn a lot, just to have fun there. It's just gonna be a good time. I'm gonna bring back stuff for the scene too. So they have a lot of shops there. I'm gonna bring back stuff to kind of give back to the Auckland scene.
Bring some gifts for Bank and Dempsey and stuff. Oh well, that's nice of you. That's cool. Have they hit you up saying, dude, can you bring me like a real life size, Vegeta? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure what shops they'll have there, so I'll just have a look. So I'll bring back stuff for for the SF guys, Tekken guys, Marvel guys. I'll just try to bring back stuff in general.
Just don't lavish too much. Don't go over on the baggage limit.
Sorry. Yeah.
Are you quite a light packer? Do you take a lot of luggage with you when you travel?
No, I think I travel pretty generously. I kind of enjoy clothes, so I bring a lot of clothes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like because when I went to Christchurch, I had to take my stick in my bag. 7k limit, and my stick was 7.1.
Really?
Yeah, so I had to actually...
What stick do you have?
It's the bloody TE2 Plus.
Oh,
no, Mad Cats. So I actually had to unscrew a few things and take off my ball top just so it could be under 7Ks.
Yeah, because I know Agit, he has this hitbox from Jason's Customs, and that hitbox is 8 kgs because it's pure metal.
So can you just construct a hitbox?
No, I think you just have to pay for...
Oh, so he has to go for overload. Wow.
But yeah, so for me, my stick's actually pretty light. I'm planning on buying a new stick there, actually.
Oh, nice.
Because it'll just be cheaper there to buy it.
Well, then what brand are you looking at?
Yeah, so for me, I like the Noir layout. I'm not sure if you know it. It's a little bit further apart. It's used on the Soul Calibur 5 sticks.
Oh, okay. No.
Yeah. So I'm gonna grab the Hori 8-strap N. So that was the Tekken stick they made as well. It uses the same layout.
You're not a fan of the Razor Panthera?
No, I don't like the Vulix layout.
You don't?
No, it's kind of too close.
Too close?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, so I'm probably gonna grab that there.
Oh, sweet, dude. Well, is there any other goals, any other things you want to do while you're in America? You want to see,
eat some...
Go to Beverly Hills or something? I don't know, I'm just any places, because it's America, God, free ticket, I would just go ham.
Yeah, I won't be there for too long because I've got to get back to work, so I don't have much leave build up, so I just had to, I'll just do this here.
Yeah.
One thing is that my friend Sam, I'm not sure if you see him around Twitter, Smalls, so he just moved to America. So I thought I wouldn't get to see him again, but it turns out that, I'm just coming back.
No, that's cool.
So it'll be really cool to see him there. Yeah, I'm gonna eat food, obviously, my first time there, so I'm gonna eat all of the fast food.
Yeah, try everything that's not here,
wear
everything
that's
not
there. Right, yeah.
Come back thick, that's right, man. Come back
I'm gonna buy some clothes, obviously it's way cheaper there. So yeah, just do all of it and just kind of soak it in, it's like a once in a lifetime type thing. I'm not sure if I see myself going back to EVO at least. I might make it out to a combo breaker at some point, but for me I think just this EVO is the best one to go to.
If I could, I'll just go back a little bit.
Yep.
Because you said you've got a sponsor heading into EVO.
Yeah.
They've just announced. Frontline has just kind of disbanded. It's the esports team that has Simp in it. Vala. Yeah. What are your thoughts on just in terms of there being esports exposure in NZ, it's a shame that there's only 3 legit teams in New Zealand, whereas in Australia you've got loads and loads. But then it's the market, it's like Overwatch and
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I mean, obviously I wouldn't know too much because I've never been in the actual business side of it. But just looking at it, we have such a small amount of eyes on us that it makes it hard for kind of sponsors to want to support teams. It's just much less lucrative, I guess. So even like the biggest teams there. The biggest team there is probably Darksided. And even then, that's small if you kind of compare it to the really big teams from Europe, America. So I guess esports is still growing. I guess the Gfinity stuff is a good start. LPL,
because they're focusing as well as with the commentary and the players. Yeah. So
like for LPL, they have a lot of good sponsors there. They have a lot of eyes watching. There was a huge amount of watchers on the stream.
They have the connections. Yeah.
Yeah. Gfinity was pretty crazy. So they've done that for Street Fighter. They're doing another one. So that's like a team-based tournament where clubs they pick up players and they kind of play. So I think Melbourne Order won that, and they have 2 players from Masterminds. There's ROF and Travis Styles.
Mastermind.
So that's pretty cool.
And I think actually Somniacs, the high-ranked Bison player. Yeah, he's done. Yeah, man, he's done really good. It's just always good when like a sponsored player wins. Obviously for their country and for their brand name, and it's good that you've got a brand name tied to you. Can I ask you how you got tied in with them?
So I think I just came recommended through some other people. Will, the guy doing all of the video for them, yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah. So
nice.
He's part of them. Kind of gave a few recommendations, and a lot of other people too. I think. So that's why I say that LPL was done really, really well for me specifically because even though that might not have been the most competitive tournament if you compare it to something like CCC or Go on, something like that, but it was kind of a lot of people looked and they thought that I was a good player to pick up there, especially because Will he kind of lives here, so it makes it a lot easier for us to make content, to do video type of stuff. So even though I think Jet's probably like the better player now. I guess me living in Auckland makes it a little bit easier, and especially just because I've won the more high profile tournaments. Because I went to BAM, Fidget couldn't go to BAM, stuff like that. I still think it's crazy that people like him and Jamie aren't sponsored, but
there's I can't really speak on it because I haven't really I've been in the FGC, I've been in the NZFGC for a while, but I just haven't been visible, I guess I should say. But older players like them, we had that mindset, we never grew up with it. So I guess when it's I guess half the time we just don't know how to treat esports because we don't really know what it does for us. But obviously with players like you, because you grow up with the whole notion that you can get sponsored, you can have that outside support, whereas we just didn't really have that. Do you really think they should be? Who would you think should be sponsored? Definitely those 2.
I don't think those 2, and especially probably Regan. I think Regan is our number 1. Needs to
be sponsored. No disrespect to Josh, Zenshin, big CEO, but he should be snapped up right away.
Yeah, I think because especially Josh has been struggling with everything there. It's kind of tough to handle a whole team on your own there. So but I don't think that Regan is the number 1 player to pick up for anyone. He is just so good, and he's also incredibly humble. He's just an incredibly great guy.
Well, you're kind of the same as well.
Yeah. So,
in the sense you have such potential, but I think with other, with some people, to run into a really high school player, you think they're a bit of a dick, but you're far from it.
Yeah, well, because I've never really been the top player in any sort of respect. Even in Smash, I was never number 1, and for even now, I'm not really number 1 in Dragon Ball, so I'm just trying to play. I just enjoy competing, so I'm just gonna focus on that.
I guess it's that passing of the torch, though. Because it's just been around for so long, and he just does really well. He just has that weird consistency between his games. Yet when you have a young blood like you show up, and it's eventually you should be able to hand his ass to him twice.
I would hope so eventually. And we have this other young player too in Wellington, Glitch Josh. He got 5th at CCC.
Wow.
He's like 16. He's like a really good player. He plays the
That's
same
what I mean.
team.
Like you kids pick it. Like I'm not saying you're a kid, but it's just like people are picking it up so young, man.
Yeah.
And you can retain that and just learn more. I don't know. Maybe it's just young minds. You can just expand more.
Being in high school.
I think it is the young attitude.
Yeah,
like you have nothing to lose. You just like give it everything.
Yeah.
Whereas like at the end of a working day, we're just like, oh gosh, kick my feet up and like watch Netflix.
I mean, that's like me because like I started working last year, so I've been working for 11 months now. Software developer, but so for me, I was playing Smash before that. So technically, for fighting games, I've been working pretty much a full day ever since fighting games have been in my life. Because I'm not sure if you count Smash, but fighting games.
I would count it.
Smash is a very different type of game to learn. So for Dragon Ball, I was really learning it fresh. So I'm pretty happy with how I've come this far by having pretty limited time in a day to learn.
Yeah. Well, I mean, one universal thing is that the Smash community always kind of seems apart from the overall FGC worldwide, and I'd like to think that hopefully we New Zealanders can kind of it'd be just good to actually get to know some of the Smash players more, mesh them in.
And I think Ultimate will be a good chance for that there. I mean, you've seen a lot of fighting game players talk about wanting to pick it up. Smash Ultimate, the new one coming out on Switch in December. So a lot of FGC people have talked about picking that game up. Infiltration, really good players have talked about wanting to play Smash. So I hope that people here can give it a try when it comes out. I'm probably not going to take it seriously. I just want to focus on playing Dragon Ball. But
when you saw the trailer,
really cool.
When you saw the trailer,
it was still sick. It was still sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I still love Smash just like a franchise. But yeah, for me, probably won't take that seriously. But it looks great, and I'm definitely gonna play it.
Okay. Well, who's the character that looks fun to you?
So for me in Melee, I'm a Sheik main. I just love Sheik. But in Smash 4, she plays a lot differently. So in Smash Ultimate, I'm gonna try Ridley, I think.
Okay.
Ridley looks like he has good range. He looks powerful. He's got a command grab.
Okay.
This is cool.
Oh, sweet ass.
Yeah.
I'm kind of I'm a simple dude, so I'll probably just choose
Mario,
Yoshi.
I like Mario.
What's the third one? Toad. Oh, either of those three.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Toadette in the Mario Tennis game. I don't know if she's in Ultimate, but if she was, I'd probably pick her up too, just because it's pink.
Yeah.
So we've already mentioned Nakiel, Hook Gang God, and Goichi.
Yeah.
Just tell us more about how you think you would personally fare against them.
Yeah. So, like I said, against Nakiel, I'd probably get overwhelmed by his pressure. I think he has a lot of good tech. He loses to players like Chris G a lot just because his neutral and Nakiel takes a lot of risks, which really good players can kind of punish more consistently. But for me, Nakiel, his team is just so good if you don't know how to fight it, and I just don't have enough experience versus that shell yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it would be a really rough matchup for me going in versus him. Hook Gang God, Piccolo, I have no idea how to fight Piccolo. And Hook, his neutral is just way too good.
Yeah.
I would be really scared to play versus Hook. And Goichi, his pressure is crazy, his defense. For me, I struggle opening up players here. I have no idea how I would open up Goichi.
Okay, well then, if you had to choose between, as you said, Nakiel's pressure, Hook Gang God's Piccolo, or Goichi's defense, what's the one you'd least likely to deal with?
I think I might do worse against Nakiel because his team, the mix-ups are just so relentless. The team, when you have Cell on point, you have Cell, you have Kid Buu, his insane lockdown, and then you have Bardock for the really fast assist. That team I'd probably just get mauled by. At least versus Hook, I'd have a bit more time to think and maybe escape some of his pressure. And versus Goichi, he just kind of hangs you, but you have a chance to kind of get some hits in. But Nakiel, he would just demolish me, I think.
Okay, so I'm going to bring it back to you. So with these three players, you have your adult Gohan, which is just your avatar. It's just become your bread and butter. Really.
Yeah, and sorry, that's kind of weird because he's my favorite character from the anime. But Gohan is quite tough to fit a team around. I found like I think the team I'm looking at playing now, it's probably the only viable team for Gohan.
If you want to say it, unless you want to keep the
No,
secret.
yeah. So that's team. It's just team Kazunoko. It's Kid Buu, Gohan, Yamcha. I think that.
So swap out Goku for Yamcha.
Yeah, I think that's like the best possible Gohan team right now. And I think the problem with Gohan is he doesn't work well with a lot of the other top tiers. So with Cell, he really doesn't do anything for Cell, and Cell doesn't do much for.
So they don't complement each other.
Yeah, and that's tough when Cell was like one of the best characters in the game. Bardock as well, they're like not a good fit. So Kid Buu is the best top tier to pair with him, and then with that, Yamcha is really the assist to choose, and that is a rushdown team, and I'm not a rushdown player.
Yeah, because you've never used Yamcha. Have you ever used Yamcha?
So I play a lot of characters in training mode. Yamcha, I would actually rate my Yamcha not too bad. I was playing legit with it yesterday, and I did alright for my Yamcha. So I think my Yamcha's not bad, and I still have some time to learn him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously I like using Goku. I just like Goku, but it's tough to convert off his assist. If his assist hits, it kind of pushes them back.
Yeah.
Across the whole screen, and then you're down an assist in neutral, and then you don't really have much tools to play with. With Yamcha, you can really force yourself onto the opponent.
Yeah.
And just force a lot of really stupid mix-ups, just completely destroy them. It's like a really good team, I think.
So Kid Buu,
Gohan,
and Yamcha.
The damage is a bit low, but the consistency in neutral is just like crazy.
And you want to go over the consistency, rather
yeah,
than
because it's like it's a good tournament team. Because like people can mess up, they'll get hit by Yamcha, will just come in, and that assist is so easy to confirm off of.
Yeah.
He just locks them there, and you can hit them. So I'm working on that, and then after EVA, I'm probably gonna either drop that team or pick up a new team for different matchups, because I'm not a rushdown player, and that team is like a rushdown team. But for me, this is the best team I think I have a shot with right now.
Yeah. So, do you have a problem with dealing with rushdown teams?
So I think naturally I play pretty defensive in like every game. So for me, yeah, versus like insane pressure, it's a little bit scary, especially in Dragon Ball. Like once you start blocking, you've already lost. So Yamcha can really force that on people lots. So I'm gonna try and change my mindset to really force myself to play aggressive and to just force those situations on the opponent before they can get it on me.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because people say that it's just the worst thing to block in this game.
Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. You've lost immediately the second you block.
If there was something you could change in the game, what would it be? It could be.
I actually wouldn't change anything.
You wouldn't change anything.
I think the one thing is that tags are way too fast. So like when you tag a guy in, they come in like extremely fast. So a lot of times you can be doing pressure, or you can be playing in neutral, and your best option to punish something is kind of just tag in, because your guy comes in extremely fast. It just like tags probably shouldn't be as good as they are offensively. I think tags should be like a very rare move which you use to just kind of tag your guy out, to get him out. So apart from that, like the game, I think is alright, honestly.
You wouldn't want more assists?
I would want more assists.
Supers?
Yeah, so there's a few changes, like probably give every character another assist, maybe like with Super Dragon Balls.
I mean, like do it like Marvel, like A, B, and X.
Yeah, something like that. And just kind of bring the lower tier characters up, because like Cell and Bardock, Kid Buu, they're like extremely good, but like the other characters, they're not that bad. They could be good just with a few changes. So yeah, just bring them up a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens there. Like I'm fine with the game now. I could play this version of the game for like another year.
Yeah.
And I'd get pissed off at like Cell, but I'm just gonna play it. It's like still fun to me.
Can I ask, how often do balance changes happen with
Arxis? Yeah.
Yeah. How often do they happen?
It's pretty rare. So with Blaze Blue, they would release a new game. And pretty much that was the balance patch. So you would have a new game, and that is your balance
So
patch.
like you have it, and then that's it. You're stuck with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guilty Gear the same way. Guilty Gear basically gets like 1 or 2 years every patch or every new version. Dragon Ball though, it's done by Bandai Namco. So there's a lot more potential there for changes. And because it's more of an esport, people, they'll kind of hear those complaints more. So they've already done a few balance patches. They're a little bit minor, but they have made a bit of a difference.
I was just curious because obviously you see in Street Fighter where if a character
Quite
loses in
often,
high tier,
yeah.
they kind of there's so many rapid changes that I just wondered like if Cell's on the top tier list for so long, are people actually going to get what they want and have him shift?
I mean, they
in
buffed
any way?
Cell.
They buffed him.
They buffed Cell, so like that's why he's so good now. Like
Even more perfect. God.
yeah, so I don't know. I'm fine with Cell being good. I'll probably play him.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not as good for spectators because you get tired of seeing Cell.
Well, that's what, yeah, because everyone studies the more common matchups. So obviously, even though he's strong as a bitch, you're so familiar with Cell. Like you should not be scared at all.
Yeah, I think the problem is just that like the other characters, they just don't bring anything that you would want. So like if you were to play Blue Vegeta, he doesn't give you anything that like playing Bardock or playing Kid Buu wouldn't give you. Like the characters that are lower tier, they don't have enough unique tools because the game is pretty homogenized as far as system mechanics go.
So it's definitely not in their favor. So like they're just not even worth like
You can.
they don't have that. They still don't have that like equal chance of comeback.
Yeah, it's like in Tekken because there's like a huge cast. So like you could gimmick someone out by picking a character that they kind of don't know how to fight versus, because every character has a huge amount of tools. In Dragon Ball, your character doesn't have like that many tools. So even if you pick like a weird character, so say you pick like I don't know Yamcha, you know, Krillin, they just don't have enough tools to make it worthwhile. That to even picking them as like a kind of gimmick, like they just don't give you enough, I think. So there's like not much points. You should just like excel, and then you know you can have your one gimmick guy there.
Because I've had some people say that they choose their main character and then build the team around that. I mean, is that the right way to go, or like how do you create, like how do you think you should create a Dragon Ball FighterZ team?
Yeah, so I think there's different methodologies first off. So a popular one which originated kind of in Japan, I guess, is kind of having 2 attackers and 1 dedicated support. So that was common when Vegeta was meta. He kind of still is, but he's not as good. So Goichi plays that. He plays Bardock, Cell, Vegeta, or Super Saiyan Goku. So that is very clearly he has 2 very good point characters and 1 support character. And then you have more of like a Sonic Fox team, which is 3 point characters, which can kind of all swap. So he had that when he played Black, hit 16. Yeah. He played Cell, Kid Buu, Gotenks, and now he's playing Zamasu, Bardock, 16. So Sonic Fox, he doesn't need that dedicated neutral assist. He just wants to fight. So for me, I think I enjoy having a neutral assist like a little bit too much. So for me, I would still probably follow the 2 attackers, but I just need like 2 attackers which can really put on the work.
Because you've said the team that you're going to go in with. Do you have? I think you had a backup team for Garden of Might, or was that might have been a JIT because he had Team Sonic Fox at that time. Yeah. Are you going to go in with 2 teams, or are you going to go in just solely dedicated to your team?
So for me at CCC, I was actually going in with my Yamcha as well, but I didn't feel comfortable enough. I think now maybe I could have done it, and I was going in with Cell at that tournament too. I had a Cell team as well. For me here, yeah, I'm not going to pick Cell. I think I could pick both teams, but I really do want to just grind it out with Yamcha and see what I can do. Because swapping out your 3rd character, it doesn't make as big of a change. If you swap out your like point character, your like whole team changes. The way you have to play.
Yeah.
For me, like I literally just have a different assist and a different character to play as an anchor. I think Yamcha's a weaker anchor, but if I play right, I shouldn't get to that point. I should beat them before I get down to Yamcha. So I think my Goku is still good enough. I could probably pull him out, and I wouldn't have much of an issue. But I really want to play Yamcha for the moment.
Okay. Well, are there any players that kind of surprise you with what they can do with Yamcha?
Oh, I mean, obviously Reap. You know, he kind of beat me there. CCC, no, he beat a lot of people. Kazunoko, of course.
Yeah, the obvious, yeah.
And that's kind of it. There's not as many Yamcha players out there. I think they're going to start coming out. Just the problem is that, this team is the best Yamcha team as well, I think. Kid Buu, Gohan, Yamcha. Yamcha is like the best assist for those 2 characters. Yeah. It's just insane. Like, they are perfect. So,
I mean, like, I'll take an example from when Saint won Evo one year
Yeah.
with Jack 7, and then all of a sudden
Everyone
people
with
were just
Jack
using Jack 7. Do you feel like it's the same thing with Dragon Ball Fighters? So like the winning team, you know, if it's got Merge Zamasu, you're going to see a heck of a load of more Merge Zamasus and teams, people mucking around. And
Yeah, well, I think we've already seen a few more people playing Team Kazunoko. It's not going to be as popular just because Yamcha's kind of weird. But like, I think ever since Goichi started winning with Bardock, a lot of people were picking Bardock. Nakio kind of started everyone onto playing Adult Gohan. And just everything, it just all changes depending on what is visible.
Yeah.
You know, so I guess at Evo we'll kind of see what goes on there. You know, Piccolo wins again. Piccolo wins.
Yeah,
Piccolo.
God, man, if he does. I mean, it's kind of weird because it's not really a mirror match because you have multiple characters, but it'd be cool to see your Adult Gohan against Nakio's Adult Gohan.
Yeah. Well, I would hope Nakio picks him again, but yeah, right now Nakio does not like the state of Gohan.
Yeah, no, well, I mean, it's good you're staying loyal. Do you consider yourself loyal to Adult Gohan?
So for me, like, I'm the type of guy who just focuses on something, so that's why I'm focusing, just on Dragon Ball. You know, I focus on one thing. I can just do that. In Smash, I would only play one character, Sheik.
Yeah.
Even for counter picks, I prefer just sticking out with my character unless it's like a really bad matchup. For every game, I really just play one type of thing. So for this game, I think I'm going to try to branch out a little bit.
Yeah.
I do love Gohan. He's my favorite character to play still, and he's my favorite character from the show.
He's your avatar now,
Yeah,
man.
but
Like, that's what I mean. I see that character. I think a lot of us see that character, and we automatically just think, oh yeah, Toash.
Yeah. Oh, that would be cool. But yeah, I think it's a little bit limited team because I can only play this team, I think, with Gohan. I think this, like, if I want to play the way that I want to play and like not be limited, this is the best team to play. And this is a rushdown team. And I want to play like a more standard neutral. Like I usually play fundamental based characters.
Yeah.
This team is like very ignorant. It's really annoying. You just super dash and you call your assists and you just mix them up. I actually really hate playing it.
You really do?
Yeah, I don't enjoy it. I
hate being aggressive. Like
I just don't like playing that sort of way, like the way which forces them to.
Yeah.
Just like it's an annoying way to play. So yeah, after Evo, I'm gonna look at playing two teams maybe, play a more laid back team, and then have this team for when I want to rush someone down. You know, when someone has a team which I don't want to get started, Ginyu, I don't want Ginyu to get started, so I'm gonna rush them down.
Okay.
That sort of thing.
Have you thought about the pressure? Not the pressure, but I guess just the I guess being on. It's not the main stage, but like I've seen, like because you play the pools, but then you have like kind of the side stages where like you play until you get to that top.
Yeah.
It's like you have the pool matches, and then sometimes you have like the odd stage where you play where you're just about to make it into top.
That'd be scary.
So and so, yeah. I mean, even though it's not the grand stage, have you thought about like what the pressure might be like, or?
I think it would be pretty scary. Yeah. So the one thing I'm actually scared of more of, apart from that, is playing on the pool setup, which probably doesn't have sound. Like that's
there's that too. Yeah.
That's the number one thing I'm worried about because I really
you don't do good with it or without it.
Normally I play with sound, and I use sound to react to a lot of cues.
Yeah.
So like if I play on a setup without sound, it's gonna be scary.
I would definitely like get some headphones or something
just
to be safe.
Yeah, but
just to be safe, take it with you or buy them before you go.
I think PS4 is I think PS4 doesn't even work that way. So like if you plug in a headset, then that is the only headset which kind of gets sound.
Yeah.
It's like really bad, but I think Evo is good enough to have sound on all their setups. I think that's one thing they wouldn't let fly. So even at CCC, I think we had sound on everything.
I think there was actually I did hear there was someone that was playing on stage and sound wasn't coming through their monitor. I don't know what game it was. I just remembered because they jerked their head back and it was just like I don't hear anything.
Yeah, that stuff tends to happen, I guess. But yeah, for me, that's probably scarier than even.
That's probably the worst place for it to happen at Evo.
Yeah, when you play on stage.
So you go on sound cues a lot for your gameplay.
Yeah, I think not even for reacting stuff, but just for my own muscle memory. I might use the kind of sound cues to follow up my combo to use for my setups.
Yeah,
that kind of thing. So yeah, it's definitely going to be really, really weird if I don't end up playing with sound.
It'd be really great if you could have a moment like Zarzop did where someone he had a clip. You know, there was a clip of Zazob, and it was compiled with others, and it was like most
I've seen
underdog
that,
wins.
Yeah,
Man, it'd be cool. You know, like,
lot.
hey, you could have a. Well, it'd be great to actually see a clip of you at Evo with your name in the clip. I don't know. It'd just be good. Like, he was there at Evo on that stage.
I think I've had some pretty good clips, like when I got the dramatic finish.
Oh, that was great, man. That was cool.
Yeah. And I had some cool clips at GOM as well. So I don't know. I'm hoping I can do cool stuff, but like that's I definitely.
But like when it's Evo A, it's like forget about.
I'm just gonna focus on just playing,
go,
playing the way that I want to. Like if I have a huge lead and I'm versus like a Broly, then I'll try to dramatic finish him.
Actually, what did you think of the condition for the World Tour where they were talking about the Dragon Balls? You know, like if you manage to get all.
I actually don't think that's going to happen, because there's the event happening this weekend, versus fighting in like London or something. I think Kazunoka's not going.
He's not. Yeah.
So there's like no chance already. That would be sick though.
It was kind of.
It would be awesome.
I mean, the 7 Dragon Ball thing is a gimmick, but in game, do you feel like there should be some kind of acknowledgement at Evo if you do manage to summon the dragon?
No, I think just like doing it on stream would be
actually be sick. Like you did,
Plus,
you know,
it does help you.
Like the dramatic finish at the end, like just something just to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, it's like I think like Goichi called it versus Leffen, and that actually won him the game. That game, so he won that
dragon. So that actual
the biggest
wish.
stage, and he used it to give himself another sparking. So yeah, Shenron's definitely like a real factor, and it's pretty cool. So I've still never done him, but because I use too much meter.
Yeah,
I use too much meter, and I'm never down to that situation anyway. But yeah,
you wouldn't just forget the auto combos, right? Yeah,
I still keep an eye out on it, and surprisingly enough, Cells are the easiest characters to do it with.
Well, Yohozi did tell me that one thing that she would hope they would work on is if there was an indicator that would tell you how much you had, rather than you did the auto combo. Oh, now I've got 5 out of 7. Like it should be constantly there showing you.
I'm not actually sure how it works, because like sometimes it shows you the Dragon Balls you have when you kill a character, but sometimes it just doesn't show it. So I'm just lost.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Well then, where are you staying when you go over to?
So I'm staying in the Mandalay Bay, thanks to thanks to LPL.
Holy shit, man! That's
I think Ajit got a room there as well. So I'm staying with Sam and his fiance. So they're coming over. So I'm letting them stay at my room.
Oh, that's cool.
So it'll be cool to have people to kind of hang out with too.
Yeah, I mean, it must be nerve-wracking to go to a place like that.
Yeah, staying in
by
a hotel,
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been in a hotel for like ages. So like even when I've gone on holiday, I'll stay there at like just.
If you do abuse
PNGs,
the hotel service, like God, man, that's gonna be awesome.
Gym, just food, stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They probably will have a gym, eh?
Yeah.
Indoor pools.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try go for a bit of swim. I heard it's gonna be like 40 plus Celsius there.
Wow, that's hot.
That's hotter than like Gold Coast, so I'm definitely not ready.
You're not ready.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
So like, would you? Is there something that you wouldn't want to happen at Evo? Like it kind of sounds funny because I'm like, oh, you want to do this and do that.
Obviously, bad stuff's happened at the Mandalay Bay.
Just like there's always going to be bums. There's always going to be people trying to trick you, hustle you, buy this and you know.
No, I think because we'll be in the venue most of the time, should be fine. Like I'm just hoping just nothing bad happens and the power doesn't go out.
I just hope that there's decent food over there for you guys.
I'm hoping, I think we'll have to catch an Uber to get like some food, because I heard near Mandalay Bay there's not as much like stuff. You have to go out a little bit.
You have to go out and get.
So that's why I dropped out of some events too. I want to have my time. So like once I'm done with pools, I just want to know that I have time to go and do something and come back and not have to worry about getting DQ'd.
Would you go exploring? Do some gambling at all?
Probably go like salty sweets instead. I'm not much of a gambler, but for me, because I'm only there for like 4 days. Spend most of my time playing, drinking, buying stuff. That's about it.
Yeah, I'm guessing it will probably just be like in his room for the first couple of days, just like
cigarettes are cheap there.
Yeah, I know, right? Living off the hotel, I would do it too, man. So like, what are some things that you want to buy while you're over there? You said clothes, you said toys,
fast food. Yeah.
Are there any like any not amusement parks, but is there any like any places or buildings that you do want to see?
Yeah, not really. Honestly, I like. There's actually not much I know about Las Vegas. too much. Just for shop in general, just stuff like, you know, Levi's store, you know, buying boots there. Boots here are expensive. Buying a stick there, of course, cheaper there. Just a bunch of art like that.
Bunch of art.
Art, you know, I've got a lot of posters here.
Yeah, no, that's really awesome.
I'm gonna grab some t-shirts, stuff like that.
That's good, man. Oh, definitely some Persona merch. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big Persona fan. Yeah. But yeah, for fast food, yeah. Probably need to find out what's best there. So Sam probably knows, and I have a few other people, you know. So I'll see what's good.
Well, I guess we're just getting to the end of it. So, like, because of Evo and because of the opportunity LPL gave to you, obviously you want to go and do your best and win. But in the overall picture, what do you hope to accomplish in this tournament?
So number one thing is I hope I can rep NZ well.
You will. You definitely will, man.
I guess rep Masterminds on my first tournament. Probably, like, apart from that, just have fun is like the number one thing, you know. Like Evo, I've been watching Evo for ages. Like, well, not as long as some people, but definitely like over 4 years now I've been watching it, even when I was a casual. It's like my favorite thing to watch every single year. It'll be even sicker to watch in person and to like play there.
People tweeting photos of you at
cool,
Evo.
yeah,
man.
So yeah, just having fun, playing, improving. You know, I'm gonna try to get the most out of it. It'll be tough. I'm gonna make notes to like remember what I'm doing wrong. Hopefully I get to play on stream so I can review it.
Do you follow any of the commentators in the Dragon Ball Fighters or Smash community? Anyone that might be there commentating that you'd want to meet?
Yeah, there's a few. So actually I don't know who's commentating Dragon Ball. Like, it's probably gonna be Yikes and stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, I actually like the anime commentators. So this guy, James Shea, he did like the Persona one. He did Blaze Blue as well, I think.
Yeah.
Along with Dacid Bro. I like those guys. For Smash, not really. I'm not really interested in Smash commentary.
You've just left the Smash community entirely, eh? Like,
no, it's just,
Dragon Ball Fighters feeds me better.
I just don't follow Smash anymore, and especially because it's like not as exciting to watch anymore because it's just Hungry Box winning.
Yeah, actually, can I ask something? Mizu, he is a Smash player, right?
I mean, I guess
he's actually a Smash player. He's told me many times that he's not, but I saw him at Garden of Might in the commentary for Smash. I saw him commentating. He cannot tell me he's not a Smash player.
I played Smash and I won the Melee tournament there.
I fucking knew it, bruv. Why are you lying? Why are you so afraid of being a Smash player, Mizu? Damn.
Nah, I think he's not any player anymore, though. He's just dealing with real life. Real
life, yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like you touch a bit of Tekken, you tried to pick up Dragon Ball Fighters, and now I just don't see you anymore, man.
I think being Smash is like, because like, I guess you could call me a Smash player too, because I'm not practicing, I'm not taking it seriously. I guess it's not really the same.
For me, it's different because I never saw you. Like, if like Dragon Ball Fighters came around, you showed up and you was just like, okay.
I was pretty consistent,
well, because like I said, the Smash communities were it's so separate. Like, it'd be good to see more mixing. Like, it'd be good if more, I guess, well, I could say the opposite, more players would play Smash, that way they could get to meet up.
Yeah, because a lot of Smash players did pick up a lot of fighting games, you know, a lot of them picked up Tekken, Dragon Ball, stuff like that. Yeah, it's just kind of tough going between games, and especially going from a fighting game to playing Smash. That's like even a bigger hurdle, I think.
I mean, I admire the fact that they have that following and they keep that scene alive, that they bring their CRTs and they host their events like the week after Rambats, you know. And I went to one and I was just like, oh wow, like, this is actually a thing.
But yeah, I still really like Smash and I still hope that it does well. It's just kind of hard for me to play now, you know, having to focus on like just Dragon Ball, playing Smash, because when I play something, I really want it to be good. So when I was playing Smash and I was playing Guilty Gear, it was tough trying to balance them because like I wanted to be the best at both of them.
Yeah.
So it was hard to practice efficiently when I was worried about falling behind in a different game. So yeah, for Ultimate I'll probably just come out to some events to just support the scene.
And Red Murph is still kind of...
He's the number one.
He's still number one at this point, yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens in the final tournament of Smash 4, and then into Smash Ultimate, seeing who can really make a splash there. And I think we're gonna hear some good stuff for Smash. I think we could see some LPL, we could see a lot of other stuff happening for Smash should really blow this whole scene.
Well, LPL did say for their Arcade Reborn tour it was going to be a 1 out of 4, so obviously Dragon Ball FighterZ was first. I was hoping that they were going to touch... They touched Tekken last year. I was hoping they would do Street Fighter and possibly another game that they could have done Smash. This is Arcade Reborn. Like, they would have chosen something quite with an old reputation.
Yeah, I think Smash is like net play's not a thing. No, Tekken and Street Fighter, there are online tournaments. Smash, it's like online sucks.
Online sucks.
Online sucks, basically. At least for Smash 4, it sucks. So like people and like offline has been Smash for the whole time because for Melee you can't play online until recently.
That's actually I've never actually noticed that. Like and, that is an offline scene. It has to be offline. Yeah.
Melee is best played offline. It's great when you play.
Yeah.
Offline, that's my thing. The net play wars, it's like people in America who've only played net play. It's like, what are you doing?
I mean,
so good.
We find it so hard as fighting game players to get that exposure and be noticed by companies, and then like you have the Smash players who have it just as worse because they kind of it's that scene from older games, older time, older
Melee
equipment.
is not supported by Nintendo.
Yeah,
it's all up to the community. So.
Yeah, man. Well, then, who do you think in Smash Ultimate could make some buzz? Do you think
obviously Red? I think.
Yeah, Red. Obviously, yeah. I mean, I don't know him that well, but I do hear things, and I do hear that he's a good dude. I hear. I hear that he's on top and he's there for good.
Yeah, he is a sick dude. First of all, but yeah, he's also an extremely good player. And Smash Ultimate looks like it will play similarly to Smash 4, which he is like extremely good at. So I think him, Aloof, probably our best shots because they play the most. Like they go to the most tournaments.
Yeah.
The number 2 player here is called Ichigo, but he doesn't really go to too many events, so it's gonna be hard for him to like really make a splash. I think like Red's our best shot because people already know him from Smash 4.
Yeah.
And Aloof, he goes to everything, and he's like so good.
Okay.
Aloof is just like way too good.
Well, you were good at one point though at Smash, though, right?
Yeah, I was never better than Aloof. Never.
We're better than number 2, number 3 maybe. Oh well, thanks again for your time, Toash. We'll just wrap it up, I guess now. So, is there anything that you want to say to your friends? Any shout-outs you want to give out?
I say shout-outs to the local scene is probably the number 1 thing. It's been like I know that Ranbats is pretty tough to put on every second week, and being able to go to Ranbats pretty much ever since Dragon Ball has come out, and during Guilty Gear as well, it's been sick. So I really appreciate that. Anything that Stan Pierce, Mega Web's been doing there,
People have been arguing about the price a little bit.
Yeah, I mean it's fair. I mean, because they store stuff there.
Yeah.
It's just how it goes. I mean, because obviously you have to pay for parking and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, I have noticed that because the $10 venue plus 5 sign-up, I have noticed that there've been less people going, and I don't know whether it's just because of work or they're tired or they're studying. Yeah. Me and Dave have had a small chat about it, and it's just
you can't really do much about it.
Yeah.
But for me, I just enjoy hanging out with the guys offline, and I enjoy playing offline. So even at Ranbats, I don't even end up playing much Dragon Ball. I just end up hanging out with the guys. So yeah, that's probably the main thing. Just shout out to everyone that I've met so far. It's been awesome. Like 4 years, I guess, playing fighting games. My whole young adult life. I hope to keep on doing it.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And I mean, like I said, you're going to go to EVO, and we expect great things from you. I think the NZFGC's got your back 110%, and yeah, we just can't wait to see you when you make it on stream. Who you're going to be fighting to prove that?
Yeah, I mean, I would hope people cheer for me. Jet, bloody Samoan.
Oh, dude, totally. Hell yeah! I'm definitely having a drink. On your first win, definitely, man.
Yeah, so
because we struggle so much, we need to do as much as we can to push our scene, and even if it's and for opportunities like this to happen, it's just like yes, it's what we need, man.
So yeah, from that, shoutouts to LPL, of course. I wouldn't be going if it wasn't for them, so I'll probably make some tweets towards closer to the date. So yeah.
Sweet. Cool. Thank you guys for listening. Please support Toash, EVO 2018 NZ Champ. Mark my words.
Right.
Sweet.
Cheers, guys.